So I've turned on the air. In the old days, the boy would be there pumping the bellows to make it burn hotter and hotter. And I've just put some steel in to heat it up. And we know when it's hot because it will be glowing red.
Whoa. What is your most common tool that you make?
The most common tool that I make is the Thatcher's shear hook, and that's because I specialise in it. I'm the only person in the UK that makes them. I've got a couple here. So these shear hooks is exactly what they say. They're to shear down the roof. So they cut almost like a pair of shears, but it's a single blade. So it's very, very sharp. This one is not. This one is not totally finished. But they're absolutely razor sharp. And the test for these, to see that I've got them sharp enough, is to shave a bit of hair off of my arm, like that.
What is your favourite kind of tool to make?
Favourite kind of tool to make? I like tools that sort of tell a story as well, and tools, I know that sounds silly, but tools that have got an interesting background, and tools that actually do something. A blade is a blade, and you have to work that blade to make it do something. But I've got a nice tool here. This is called a Thatcher's needle, and it looks a very old tool, but it was actually developed in the Second World War, and this was designed for the land girls. The land girls, they sort of took over from the men. The men who went to war, the land girls did all the agriculture. There would have been land girls in this village, and one of the things that they had to do was to thatch the hay ricks. So they get the hay in from the field, and then they thatch the top to keep the rain off. And one of the things that a thatcher does, he makes what we call spars out of long bits of hazel, and then he twists them and makes them into a staple shape, and then hammers them into the thatch. So they're like a staple to hold a piece of wood across to stop the thatch blowing off. And the land girls, they didn't have the strength to twist these spars. So somebody developed this tool. It's called a needle, and it's for sewing the thatch onto the roof of the hay rick. And it acts like a sewing machine. You put your string right the way through from one side to the other. You hold the two bits like that, and then you've got a piece of wood in the rick like that. So you hold the end of your string, you push it up, so your string, both sides are now on that side there. You push this in, it picks up the string, you let go of one side, and then you pull it back, and then you can take the string from there, and you've now got the string wrapped around there. This was actually developed around about the Second World War for that purpose. It looks a very ancient tool, but it's not. I made this one, yeah. And this is a copy of one that's actually in Dorchester Museum. The processes that I'm using here, they haven't really changed for millennia, thousands of years. And as I said before, if a Roman blacksmith came in here, or an Iron Age blacksmith came in here, he could use my tools. He would know what to do. Exactly.
It's really cool.
Just squeezing the metal along, just like a tube of toothpaste, but we're using the hammer and the anvil. The hammer is like your thumb, and the anvil is like your forefinger, where you would squeeze your tube of toothpaste. So what I'm going to do now is just quench this metal, cool it right down, and really it's just to make it safe for me. It doesn't serve any other purpose today rather than making it safe.
That is so cool.
When we're making tools, we're very careful about quenching it, because if you quench it in water it will change the properties of the steel. So we've got to be a little bit careful when we're making edged tools, but with this mild steel, which is a steel with hardly any carbon in it, so when we quench it, it won't change its state at all. And if the water stays on the steel, you know it's cold. It won't stay on there, so that's still hot.
That looks like it's really hot still.
It is really hot, yeah, it is really hot.
So why isn't it burning you?
Because I've got thick skin.
Oh.